Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Bearable Bull here. And I got this aggressively average content for you today, as I'm starting out this video with this animation, as I think this is symbolic of the exact journey the XRP community has been through. And what I want to say to every single one of you is, to everyone in the XRP army who didn't quit, I'm genuinely proud of every single one of you. And all of you should be extremely proud for not giving up. Giving up is the only difference between you ending up selling your bags and living in regret, and having experienced XRP being declared not a security by Judge Torres. We are on the precipice of explosive price action, and I'm going to shill XRP at the top of my lungs for the upcoming days, weeks, and months until we potentially hit a new all-time high, because I do think we're right on the edge of experiencing explosive price action yet again. XRP going to around 94 cents was just the tip of the iceberg. And I think we've cooled off just enough right before beginning our next leg up to the point where we're going to see something special. Expect it. It is our destiny. And ladies and gentlemen, part of the reason why this is our destiny is because of the trillions of dollars that are about to be flooding into this space. All of these funds will soon want Bitcoin, BlackRock, Vanguard, Fidelity, UBS, State Street, Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan. All of these different companies are on the sidelines waiting for regulations, waiting for a Bitcoin ETF. They filed applications, and we will see it happen. I believe we are currently in the middle of a Bitcoin retracement upwards to around the 35 to 40K mark, potentially even as high as 45 to 50K. And in that little retracement, I think XRP could experience a nice leg up and outperform Bitcoin on that leg up. And part of the reason why I think that is very realistic is because of this chart that continues to explode to new highs. The Dow Jones continues to go upwards. And we talked about in the blockchain backer interview that I had a couple days ago, how the stock market leads the crypto market, specifically leads Bitcoin, and then Bitcoin leads the crypto market. And I have to stress this strength as a big part of the reason why I've been so bullish recently. Now, in addition, aside from the fact that trillions are on standby, and I just pointed you to institutions that are on the sidelines waiting to pour in, we're getting direct quotes further confirming that trillions will be heading into this space very soon.
Memorandum of Understanding to establish our digital asset custodian, called Zodia, here in the DIFC. Now, 5 years ago, we weren't talking about a digital asset custodian in Standard Chartered Bank.
How big can that be, Bill? This is becoming a hub for crypto. It's very, very clear it's an ambition. So from an MOU to dollars, tell me what it can be.
So we have, Zodia is our digital asset custodian, and I do make the distinction between digital assets and crypto.
Okay.
Now, today, crypto is the bulk of what is digital assets today. When we look forward 5 or 10 years from now, I think we'll find vast swathes of the financial architecture that has been tokenized. That could include central bank digital currencies, which of course exist to some extent so far, but they're quite small at this point. Stable coins, tokenized real assets, whether it's, Jenny talks about effectively the digitization or tokenization of money market funds, right? These are trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars that could find themselves in tokenized form. And there's an underlying infrastructure that's different for distributed ledger technology relative to the current state of play. And to the extent that Dubai or anyone else can get ahead of the game and make sure that that infrastructure is embedded in the local infrastructure, but also regulated from here, gives you a huge head start in terms of building that industry over time.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is the big problem that America faces. America faces the problem of having the world reserve currency at this moment in time, meaning they're less incentivized in helping build the new infrastructure for the digital economy. However, FedNow, which launched July 20th, was a major step in that direction. We have global frameworks for the digital asset space like in the UK, Switzerland, Dubai, Singapore, Hong Kong, already live. And here in the United States, we have been dragging our feet when it comes to regulation. It has been stated by the Financial Services Committee that Democrats are obstructing the committee. And you could argue that a big part of that is Elizabeth Warren's anti-crypto campaign. We have not passed proper regulation for stablecoins and other digital assets, but it's being discussed by Mr. McHenry right now, and I think we may make major pushes forward, especially after Gary Gensler got handed this massive crypto loss against Ripple.
A different topic, which has gotten a lot of attention lately, crypto. Specifically, a ruling that was made in the Ripple case that XRP is only a security when sold to institutional investors, not so with retail investors. I know you've previously said you were disappointed by that ruling. The SEC has also said that it intends to seek further review. So does that mean you are going to appeal it? Can you elaborate on your thoughts around that ruling?
Kaylee, great question, but the commission, I'm one of 5 commissioners. Mm-hmm. The commission has not acted on that, and if the staff makes a recommendation, we'll have a discussion of it, and we'll take it up then, but I don't really have anything more for you for that.
In the meantime, as we wait for this, what does it mean for your efforts around crypto, for your efforts to try to protect the consumer in these areas? Does it complicate it?
Look, this field of crypto investing, a lot of investors should be aware it's not only a highly speculative asset class, it's also one that they currently should not assume that they're getting the protections of the securities laws, even though the securities laws apply to many of those tokens, without prejudging any one. But you as investors are not getting the full, fair, and truthful disclosure. And the platforms, the intermediaries, are doing things that we would never in a day allow or think the New York Stock Exchange or NASDAQ would do. The platforms often are commingling and trading against you and have market makers that are on the other side of your trades. And we don't allow that in the rest of our securities markets. And the securities laws are there to protect you. And that's right now, this is a field rife with fraud, rife with hucksters. And there are good faith actors as well, but there are far too many that aren't.
And you know what, ladies and gentlemen, I actually 100% agree with the last point that Gary Gensler made. There are way too many actors in crypto that have a good amount of fraud correlated with them. Specifically, Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX, which got favorable treatment with Gary Gensler's SEC. Oh, you thought I forgot, Gary? We're coming back for you, Gary. You see, Gary Gensler went in front of Congress the other day and had to testify. And when asked directly about how he missed FTX, he has no answers. He can't even answer simple questions. Why was FTX given favorable treatment and had meetings, numerous meetings with Gary? But then other crypto companies that try to be compliant have no meetings. Oh, isn't it so coincidental that a space that Gary says is ripe with fraud is the very, very space where he allowed the biggest crypto fraud in history to reign free without any regulations, without any scrutiny, with actual favoritism. You see, I feel like I can go as far as to say that Sam Bankman-Fried's $93 million in stolen consumer funds donated to U.S. politicians have a great part to do with that. His political ties to Gary, MIT, Elizabeth Warren, and the Democratic Party probably protected him pretty fucking well, if I do say so myself, because today the U.S. government dropped a political campaign finance criminal charge against Sam Bankman-Fried. And man, oh man, I wish I took out Sam Bankman-Fried's insurance policy, because with that level of protection from the level of corruption of our politicians, anything is possible. Now, am I right or am I right? Ladies and gentlemen, this is the frustrating nature of what it's like to be a crypto investor in the United States. A company like Ripple that's been trying to be legit since the beginning and pay their fines and meet with regulators gets slapped with a 2.5-year-long lawsuit, gets to miss the crypto bull run, while Sam Bankman-Fried, who's co-mingling consumer funds, gets to reign free and cause the biggest crypto crash since 2020 and this health crisis. But then Gary wants to blame the rest of the space when he was in fact asleep at the wheel. This is what's so frustrating. But at the end of the day, we power through, and now Ripple's XRP gets to have regulatory clarity, aside from the rest of the space that has to wait for all this turbulence to subside. Ladies and gentlemen, not just FedNow going live July 20th have great implications for XRP's future, but the Digital Pound Foundation, which has Ripple on its board, had an interview recently stating they spoke with Ripple about the benefits of introducing digital currencies globally, fostering innovation, financial inclusion, payment efficiencies, and environmental resources. What you all need to understand is Ripple's working on the infrastructure, which we discussed in a previous video today, that'll help bring trillions into the digital payment space. This digital payment space is a multi-trillion-dollar opportunity that we are at the front of the line for. And with XRP potentially about to hit new all-time highs, these digital currencies being launched worldwide is part of the infrastructure that we need to see happen. Palau has gone live with Ripple infrastructure. The digital pound is on its way as well. FedNow is a big step for the United States. And all of this leads to the perfect XRP endgame. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave you with this to cap off this video for today. And I have some massive information over the next coming days that'll help confirm to all of you what we've always known. XRP is the chosen one, and we will become the new 1%. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Bearable Bull here. Thanks for tuning in. As always, I appreciate every single one of you. Now I'll be back tomorrow with another video.
Digital money will help to increase access to financial services for under and unbanked populations, and also encourage, or I should say, enhance direct person-to-person payments. We think that the initiatives will help to enhance existing payment infrastructures. Digital currencies can help increase the speed and efficiency of payments. We think that the initiatives generally will help to foster innovation. So using digital features like smart contracts and programmable money will be the basis of new financial services. We also think there's an opportunity for digital currencies to help reduce energy use and environmental resources by presumably phasing out the printing of paper money and the minting of coins. So we think that there are we see a lot of different threads being fostered by the development of digital currencies. At the same time, we recognize that central banks are really grappling with how to encourage these while also maintaining financial stability and control of their monetary systems. And this comes back to, as different countries work on different initiatives, ensuring that we're not building walled gardens, that there's interoperability between currencies, that currencies can flow freely between countries and do so in a way that allows, that maintains financial stability will really be, at the heart of the challenge ahead for all countries considering CBDCs.